Alrighty. Prediction ends at the end of pistol round. Get your channel points in while you still can. And let's dive right into this. Tigers on the CT side. Vagrants on the T side. Sembe, the only person to get a trivia question correct. And away we go. Fast push over towards the B-bomb site for the Vagrants. They leave one player on A to distract. And it works out pretty well. There's two players having to rotate in through Z as Vagrants overwhelm the B-bomb site. But these Tigers, they're feisty with the pistols. Just going to be up to Relt. Good headshots. Oh, and nails both. So again, I was already talking about it, how the Tigers have won 2 pistol rounds now. Now they've won a third. That's surely to catapult their momentum as we continue. Now let's get another look at these shots here because, like, the Vagrants, they completely dominate everything there, and then Relt's just like, nah, bro. Nah, fam, I got this. Takes down the last 3 players. LCK falls, Relt's just, nah. Nah, fam, I got this. All right, Vagrants. Oh my gosh, Supa just melts, burns to death. Sandman with a lovely molly over towards E-Box. That's gonna make things a little bit awkward. Good molly into Pop Dog. It just forces Seb out into the open. 4 versus 3. And Vagrants continuing to just eat Guangdong Tigers alive. Don't eat tiger meat, chat. I'm sure it's bad for you, but Vagrant's doing a very good job of overwhelming them. Electrician now in the 1 versus 1, but Seb demolishes with a beautiful Tech 9 shot right to the dome. I'll be honest, I have no idea where Relt came from. Dude has been doing pretty darn well. I don't see Relt on HLTV, so I don't think he's an X-Pro. But we can check Face It real quick as we, when we get a pause. Remind me when we get a pause to look up who Relt is. But again, this one already starting off just like the last one. Vagrants, they lose the pistol. They win the anti-eco force on the T side. Sandman, who not quite able to control it around Olaf box, but the rest of Vagrants just slapping Tigers wherever they see them. Electrician looking for the 1 versus 3. Has already proven his dig against Mason and headshot onto Consti, but can't hold on. Brett will find that final frag, and Vagrants now gonna take control on their T side. Gonna be pistols in the feed once again for the Guangdong Tigers. The Vagrants just looking to extend their lead, and again, the thing to call out. So Vagrants got to start CT side, now they're starting T side. They're proving that they still have exactly what it takes no matter which side they're on. A great start already definitely makes me nervous, but Relt, that USP, helmet or no, looking to continue to be dangerous. Ooh, 5-7 and Pop Dog countered. And that bomb plant got scary for a second. The push in from Relt looked like it could yield some results, but 4 players surviving for Vagrants has to feel pretty comfortable. And it is the full buy time. We do get a pause. All right, so real quick, let's go look up Relt on Faceit because I don't see anything on HLTV. So I'm going to quickly just jump into his Faceit page. Looks like this is the only team that Relt has on Faceit, and this account has 1,500 matches with a 55% win rate. And it looks like it's been a member since 2015. So just someone that's never gotten the chance to go pro. If the Guangdong Tigers manage to make it to the later stages of advanced, Relt gonna have their opportunity. All right, full rifles out for the Tigers. This is where they'll have to stop Vagrants in their tracks. Utility, though, doing a good job of giving Vagrants tons of space as they advance up through the brown halls. Guangdong Tigers forced to just put down defensive utility and fall back. Still no kills yet in the feed. A minute 15 and not a singular point of damage is definitely a rarity, but not impossible. Vagrants, though, getting into positions to work their way out onto the bomb site. They'll have two players to face. Brett with the first frag. Ooh, Electrician able to get one back and the second, but it's not going to be enough. 2 versus 3 now for the retake. Molly goes into Z, but Supa still ready for the shots, and Seb going to fall as a result. Brett now rotating off from the A-bomb site. Molly will keep Consti back. Supa could go for this retake, but there's no kits on the Guangdong Tigers. So the fake nearly gets Brett out of position, but now Consti ready, putting down shots down range, and LCK will get ventilated. Good kill back for Supa, but the 1 versus 1, that bomb is ticked far too low. Supa had to go for the peak there, and Brett more than happy to wait and spray. So 1-4 start. Vagrant starting things off very strong here on the T side. They had the favored side on Nuke. They definitely made good use of it. Even without the pistols. Again, this is a team that has lost 3 pistols this series. Clearly don't need them. Oh, Sandman just creeping out. Well, trade from Relt. 5-7. The snapping turtle can never be counted out. Four versus 3. Supa mollied off, just praying it doesn't spread as LCK domes Seb. The trade out of Brett will keep this one with Vagrants in the driver's seat. Oh, this deagle for Electrician nearly had Mason, but just in the nick of time. And the P250, not going to be enough here. Vagrants just making quick work of these Tigers. Is that Liver King on the server? Just eating the Tigers? This could be a quick one. Already doing well for the Vagrants, but a full buy for the Guangdong Tigers. Again, hopes of getting back into this game that really getting to that point where they need to stem the bleeding. They've already played 1 series tonight. Can they do a second? Oh my goodness. Mason just walking out of Hop Dog and just like, I guess I'll take these kills if no one else wants them, but Guangdong Tigers taking the man advantage. Ooh. Might not work out though. 2 versus 2. Supa on 5 HP. That AWP was looking quite dangerous on Nuke. Train is a map where she should have plenty of room to play around, but Brett has his number. It's going to be all up to Electrician, and that's a good start. Consti taking down 7 HP, and this nade will even things out just a touch. Oh, a couple of bullets down range sends Brett packing back into T mid. He's just daring Electrician to get out of position. 40 seconds. He's got enough time for this rotation if he should want to go for it. 7 HP on Electrician. Brett just wishing for an HE to fall into his pocket. Both of these players would love an explosive. But it is going to be Brett waiting for the timing, forced to push. And Electrician just, all right, either he goes A or he doesn't. 10 seconds left. Brett needs to get this bomb down right away. Goes for the smoke play, but the spray down will be an easy one. Electrician will zap him, and Guangdong Tigers double their rounds. Well, this is going to help their buyout just a little bit, recovering that AWP, but 2 MP9s, definitely not a comfort scenario. The nice thing about train, though, is this is not the old train. This is not your grandfather's train. There are opportunities for these MP9s. This is not just ops. This is not just long angles. There's options. Maybe I should make that a commercial. This ain't your grandpa's train. This is the new train, kid. You gotta play it right. Sandman gonna be the first one to get activated here, but the push out. Oh, he's expecting the player already peeked in, and LCK gonna be DED. Good nade, though. That does at least even the total HP out just a little bit. And these bullets will do a good job. AGB. The 3-letter acronyms kill me on Guangdong Tigers. Down to the 4 versus 4, though, and Vagrants, they burst out of team main. Guns a-blazing. 3 kills. An Electrician now left alone. No kit. Had money for the kit. Didn't buy it. There might just be a kit down on site, but this 1 versus 4 would be monstrous if Electrician can get it. Electrician should be upgraded to Contractor if he wins this, and that's a good headshot to start things off. But Sandman, ready for the peek from hell, will close things out. That's going to send Guangdong Tigers back to save school. They're really bleeding out now. This is the CT side. This is the favored side of Train, and they're just having such a struggle. I can't really tell if it's a guns issue or a strategy issue. Maybe they're not familiar. They did ban Train out versus TSG. And they let it through, and Vagrants picked it, and maybe they weren't quite ready for it. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite them. Would love to see a map number 3. Well, that's 1 down. Vagrants going to take the opportunity. They're like, all right, there's players Brown Halls. We go IV, but Supa with the P250 could be a danger. Vagrants making this nice and loud as they make their way through CT. Route, something to be afraid of on the B-bomb site. This is a Brett play for sure. We're going to go back and forth between the sites. We're going to pull the Guangdong Tigers left and right until they don't know up from down. And when we finally strike, they won't know what hit them. Supa, gonna be the first one hit. Sandman puts him in a dream, more like a waking nightmare. And it's just gonna be up to Relt. Does have armor and AK, but this feels like a scenario where you just save the weapon. And it will be exactly that. Relt gonna just jump back to where Vagrant started this round. Back in Brown Halls. So this one's looking like it could be a dominant one. 7-2. 3 rounds left in the half. But this is where Guangdong Tigers started to make a comeback. See if they can do the same this time around. Definitely not looking like it so far. That saved AK is going to go hard. I can feel it. It has to. There's no options left for the Tigers. Yeah, I heard they got to use Wolfie in their previous match today. Honestly, though, Seb hasn't been doing too poorly. Like, looking at the scoreboard for the last map, Seb showed up. Wasn't the shining star, but, I mean, either way, I feel like Vagrants are feeling pretty darn comfortable right now. Man, I feel bad. The Guangdong Tigers had such an easy time on Nuke on Wednesday. To get beaten on it this time. They're having a rough time of it. No, I'm saying Seb did a great job. You know, it's just, he's like an old glove. They fit right back in. Right back into making this team a powerhouse, Vagrants. They do lose Brett on the outside. But they are going to take this 8th round. I think this is just going to be the saver here. And, oh, they're not even saving. Mason drops Supa's op. No, I'm not saying anything bad about Seb. Honestly, if there's anyone to say good things about, though, it would have to be Relt. Relt is a shining star in the darkness for Guangdong Tigers. The pistols, the 4 spies, everything has been going the way, has been successful for Relt. Shine bright like a diamond. I can't sing. If this goes up on YouTube, I'll get demonetized. I'm not even monetized on YouTube. Maybe I get singing lessons. That'll be the way that I upgrade my casting. Meanwhile, Consti just deletes. All right, well, was looking bright like a diamond. Supa getting up close and personal to these players in Team Main. Might be able to throw a bit of a wrench into the play here. Oh, tags down 2, but Sandman prepared for the trade. And this 1 versus 1, not looking like it's going. Look, they say every dog has his day. I don't know if that's true for a tiger. They're cats. They should have 9 lives. But it's looking like they're just about out of lives against the Vagrants. The Tigers being made to look like kittens. Not switchblade kittens, just regular kittens. Yeah, this was really fantastic by Supa. I mean, hey, the T side could still go their way. The CT side is looking rough, but I mean, again, the pistol, when they switched sides, the pistol was... Oh. Well, I mean, that's a Supa doing the work here. Drags too. LCK with a kill on a Consti as well, but again, Seb, you count on him in your darkest hour. This isn't even that dark. Vagrants are so far ahead, and Seb is still just erasing player after player, looking for the 4K now with Brett a singular one left, and Rel just sitting behind this smoke. Oh, they're gonna play Ring Around the Rosie around the Hellfire train. Rel absolutely not expecting this timing. There's no way. How could he? Seb misses the first shot, but the second is good. And Vagrants will close this one out with double digits. 10-2 on their T side. Well, can Guangdong Tigers take a 4th out of 4 pistol rounds? That would be a heck of a comeback if they get this pistol and they spiral that into something, but the fast play out on A, we'll see very quickly what's in store. It's a bloodbath to start things off, favoring the Tigers. Consti immediately tags one back. Seb again! We will continue to glaze Seb. Supa alone in the 1 versus 3 does make it over to the B-bomb site. We'll get that bomb into position, and we'll start to make things a little bit awkward. This is not going to be an expected position from Vagrants, but can he get all 3? Oh, there's 2! But Seb stands tall. Seb is just proving to be too much for the Tigers. These clutch situations are going perfectly. 11-2, and that might just be the death knell for these Tigers. Oh, and he put a hat. He put a hat on that last tee. Isn't that nice? Team Fortress 2 confirmed. We need hats. Every game needs hats. My fiance has been doing so much for this stream. It's redonkulous. All right, so 11-2, forced by out of the Tigers. They got the bomb down, so they do have the money to afford this. Oh, I like this. Seb using the M4 at Hell where the skin is from. That's pretty cool, but doesn't end up working out for him. 1-for-1 trade. Meanwhile, Mason to back things up, and again, Supa going to be left alone in the 1 versus 3. Things not looking too terribly comfy for the Tigers. Oh, and Brett just pops out. Just pops out, drops. Well, Vagrant's first pistol, and they are taking full advantage of it. The CT side has been nearly perfect. They did allow the plant in the first round. Oh man, that's a lot of nades into team main. No one there to catch them. But AGB gonna get caught trying to emerge from smoke. You have to feel like Vagrants are they're feeling their comfort. They're in their lane, they're moisturized. They're feeling good. They're just vibing. 12-2, 10 map series points for Vagrants. Brett, ooh, a little bit of an awkward swing, but does remove Electrician. And it's LCK and Relt to try and salvage this one. Consti blocking Mason in while he takes hot shots from the AUG. Does end up burning a little bit of time off this bomb. Seb, though, once again, joining the game from CT, takes down MVP Relt. And it's going to be up to LCK in the 1 versus 3. Nades already hitting him in the face, and Brett to end things. It's going to be all over. 13-2. Vagrants will close this one out in a hurry.